I never thought I would be in this position to be playing the narrator in Rocky Horror. It's just such an iconic musical and an iconic role, and I've had this opportunity and I'm having the time of my life, I have to say. It's so much fun. The crowd are amazing every night. They're different every night. The songs are cracking, the cast are just beautiful, and they've embraced me in such a sweet way because I have very little musical theatre experience, i.e. none, and it's just been an absolute hoot. I've loved every minute. Everything I do, I make for the audience. But the thing about the theatre is, I mean, radio, you can't see your audience. You know they're there, but you can't see them. The same, I guess, with television to a certain extent. And television is a lot more edited, whereas this is real. Everything happens in real time, and you know that's an incredible amount of pressure. But it's also such a joy as well because you see faces and you can talk to people and you can watch people just loving the show. And I don't know, that's a really wonderful thing because I've been that person in the audience too. We all have, and it's a real privilege.
It's so dreamy, oh fantasy free me, so you can see me, no not at all, in another dimension.
I think what surprised me is that the story is so much more layered than perhaps I'd taken the time to investigate. You know, I always knew it was kind of a piss take of, you know, the schlock horror movies and the B movies of the 50s and of course, you know, sci-fi movies, and then there was, you know, the romance and the musical, and so for me it was just a mashup of genres. I hadn't really concentrated on the story and the layers, and it's really clever, and I think that's what I've always thought it was, but until I've spent really some time with the script and the characters, I'm like, oh wow, this is actually amazing. And I think that's why it's lasted 50 years.
It took me by surprise, he had a pickup truck and the devil's eyes stared at me and I felt a change. Time and nothing, never would again. Let's do the time.
Growing up in a small country town, I was like everyone else, you know, we waited to get our information about the rest of the world because we didn't have the internet, and I was a long way away from a capital city, and I think someone got a dodgy VHS tape copy of Rocky Horror, handed it around, it went through school, and of course I finally got a watch, and when I saw it, I mean, I didn't know what the hell was going on. It blew my tiny mind. I knew the time warp because it had been a hit on Countdown. I remembered that, but I just couldn't get my head around the fact that people were like this, and this is, even though the characters are mostly aliens from outer space, that you could be who you want to be, you could live differently. And I think, you know, coming from a small country town, that was a huge moment for me, and I think it's been a huge moment for a lot of people. It's a real safe space for a lot of people to work out, you know, what they want from their lives or where they want to go. Yeah.
You hooked? Would you do more theatre?
Absolutely. I don't know if anyone wants me, but I would love to. It's been a bit of a revelation actually. I didn't realise how much fun, you know, that it could be. It's obviously very hard work, and everyone's working probably a lot harder physically and, you know, vocally than I am, but it's just, I don't know, it's great to create something every single night. It's like you're creating something from scratch again every night, and anything could happen and things can change, but it always seems to come together, and it's like magic.